Hey Ray, thank you for the donation. Ray, is that for a spicy reading or regular? That sounds good. And Ray, just so you know, once I get that email, you don't have to stick around. As soon as I'm done with your reading, you'll get that email back, okay? Hello, everyone else that is coming in here. I hope you're having a great day. I wanted to let you guys know and remind you that tonight my live stream is only open for 30 minutes of donations. So make sure you guys are getting those donations in early. We have non-spicy options available and we also have spicy options. If you ask at 18 plus and over question, you will be receiving your reading via email. So make sure after you donate, you send me your question. Ray, I got it. Thank you. You're welcome, Ray. Hey, Tara Lynn. Free list is open. I am doing good today, thank you. It was a really nice, boring, but really nice, boring day. You've been better? Oh, it's been better. Oh, good. I'm happy to hear that. Taka, thank you for the donation. Let's take a look for you, Tara Lynn. Let me pull it up here. Doing well, doing really well. I was just saying how I had a pretty slow day. Like not that the day went by slow, but just like didn't really have anything eventful going on. But it was a really good day. Just got some stuff done around the house, and for like 2 hours I went outside and hung out with my sister and my nephew and walked around the neighborhood, went to parks, all kinds of stuff like that. So I am getting a yes, Tara Lynn. You should reach out to him rather than wait for him to reach out to you. I'm getting a yes. Yeah, it was a really nice day. How was yours? That's funny you say Siberian tiger, Tara Lynn, because I love huskies. Siberian huskies and malamutes. I would say a wolf is my favorite animal, though. Alexandra, do you have a horse? Alexandra, I am getting a yes, the Hierophant. Make sure you guys are posting any version of a question that you want. I know I usually do yes, no's, but lately I've been throwing in one card pools. And I realize now that that was not advertised, so I do apologize. So you can ask other versions of questions too. Whenever I do audio readings, I don't mind trying to change it up a little bit. But Alexandra, I am getting a yes. Hey, Becca. I got the Hierophant for you, Becca. I even shuffled really well. So energies around the weekend, spending time with family, spending time with your kid, spending time with friends, essentially just doing things that you normally would do on the weekend. So I'm not sensing new adventures, I'm sensing things that you've done before, and spending time with people who you view as kin or family to you. Nothing really crazy, but maybe that's nice. Eagle. You're welcome, Terilyn. For Karen, I have. What the hell is going on tonight, y'all? I'm shuffling these cards and I keep getting the Hierophant. This is crazy. Alright. Really shuffling, you hear it. Okay, so Karen, I am getting. Oh, I got Justice. I thought it was the Hierophant at first glance. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I have a yes. Yes, Karen. But I feel like that's what they believe to be true. I don't know if he ever knew it for sure or if she ever knew it for sure, but I do know um, that they thought it. Along the lines, I'm unsure what to say. I was thinking of saying I don't like how it's been awkward lately. I'm so weird at things like this. Let me think on that, Terilyn. Give me 1 second. Let me think on it. You're welcome, Karen. I like the one card pools. I did that a few weeks ago. Sometimes the yes no questions can feel too routine. Yeah, so I feel like when I do the free yes no when I'm typing, because typing is such an involved type of live stream, and I have to shuffle and pull and type and all that, it's easier for me to just do yes nos. But when I'm just talking and it's just like a chill conversational type of reading, I don't mind, and like you said, it becomes too routine. You want to change it up a little bit. You don't want people to come here thinking it's the same thing day in and day out. I mean, personally, free is free, but sometimes I notice that people don't come in as much because it's hard to get much out of a yes or no question. So if I'm offering it, I will have it listed on the channel, like on the video itself, but I forgot to do that tonight. That's why I said it out loud. Should have asked a spicy question for Freaky Friday. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and stop the free list there, guys. It's almost 17 minutes that I've been on. But if you are new to me tonight, make sure that you say hello and let me know. You can claim your free reading. All right, so Terilyn says, unsure what to say. I mean, I definitely don't think it's important. I mean, I definitely don't think it's a good idea to highlight the awkwardness unless you were in person and that was a good icebreaker. I don't think it's necessarily a good thing to message someone because maybe they don't feel like it's awkward, and then you're kind of like just highlighting something that maybe only you feel. So I think what I would say is a good message would be a reminder message. So when you went to your brother's graduation when you were there visiting family, there was something that happened that reminded you of him, would be a fun thing to say. Another thing would be that if you know for a fact that he was there that weekend and you weren't, you can just say, hey, sucks that I didn't see you. Just like something light and fun, but not highlighting the distance that's been created, I think would be a good way to go about it. All right, guys. So donations right now, we have Ray and Taka. There's no one else on my list that I know of, but since they're both 18 plus. Oh, okay, perfect. Thanks, Terralyn. Let me add you. So Terralyn wants BOGO audio. I got it. Thank you. All right, let me add you now. Is there anyone else that I missed? All right, so I got everything updated, guys. So, Terralyn, I have two ahead of you, and it's gonna take me a few minutes. I will be off. I'm gonna be moderating the chat and stuff, but I will be kind of like off to the side doing readings. So, if you would like, what I'll do is, if you want to join my my Telegram, I can let you know when it's your turn, or I can like your donation. That way it's notified. Unless you just want to hang out in the chat, that's also an option too. but it's gonna be a few minutes. That's why I'm saying that now. Okay, Tara that sounds good. So what I'll do is call on you when it's your turn, and if you're not here, then I'll timestamp. Let me know when you're ready to post your questions, and I'll save them for you. Okay? Oh my goodness. Hey, Eliana, how are you? I am still taking donations. Tara Lynn, I've got your questions. Thank you. All right, let me pull yours up. So the list is not long, but I did get like a kind of like involves type of reading donation that I'm about to work on. So it's gonna be a few minutes. So Eliana, if you want, I can message you on Instagram when it's your turn, or if you rather just hang out here, you can. Or you can leave your question with me, come back, I'll call on you, and if you're not here, I can timestamp it. So Tara Lynn, it looks like you changed your question from a BOGO to 3 minis. Is that correct? Okay, that sounds good. If you change your mind, know what your options are. I went ahead and add you to the list. Oh, Terry, I see. Never mind. You're doing a BOGO and a mini. Never mind. I just saw the other donation. I got it. No worries.
This is the planning effect. If Rena's thinking about retirement, she'll get some help from Fidelity to envision what's possible. Fidelity can help her prioritize her goals by looking at her full financial picture. Plus, they'll help her pick an investment strategy, one she's comfortable with. And with a clear plan to get to retirement, Rena can enjoy wherever she's headed next. That's the planning effect from Fidelity.
Here. Yep. All the money I saved with Navy Federal Credit Union. They're going to take care of it. Can't imagine what I'm doing on. Share I support the military with the NHS. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members, our mission. Western Conference Finals here. Dallas.
Carolyn says, I know you're busy. Did you possibly help me understand what my whole body feels like messaging him, or is it more of him? I can definitely look into it during your reading, if that's okay, since I'm in the middle of working on someone else's right now. But I can save your question. And I will see if it's yours, if it's his, if it's something else. Okay, sounds good. Thank you for your patience with that. All right, y'all, I am back. Ray and Taka, thank you so much for the donation. You should have your readings now if y'all are hanging out with me in here. All right, so we have, first of all, Terry, let's go ahead and look into why you're picking up this energy on him, just to kind of see, and then we'll go into your questions, okay? So let me see what is going on here. Make sure if you guys are new to me tonight, you say hello. New subscribers only, but I will do a free reading for you if you are truly a new subscriber to me tonight. Otherwise, donations are closed. If you have donated to me tonight and you want a follow-up question, I will honor that. But any other new donations outside of that, I will not be doing tonight, okay? All right, so first thing is, let's understand why we are feeling this energy here. Why are we feeling? Okay, so first of all, I'm getting that you're accurate. Your intuition is correct. We have the High Priestess. So what you're feeling is not just in your head. What is going on here? Four of Wands. Knight of Swords. So this is like an overwhelming feeling that's kind of come on suddenly. I'm getting that you've only been experiencing this today. Maybe started last night, but mostly today. Something that's happened quick that feels big. I do feel like it is him, but I'm getting that it's also partly your own energy here. Your higher self feels something coming on. Maybe you feel like maybe your higher self is warning you that like someone else is interested in him. Get the ball rolling so you guys can get this off the ground. Maybe he's contemplating moving, and your higher self is telling you you have to lock this down now because you'll be able to keep him here near you, but if he doesn't think that you want to be with him, then he might make the decision to leave. Like I'm just throwing examples out, but I feel it's like your higher self is coming through and saying, get this going now. Like there's a reason why you have to communicate with him now. It's almost like your higher self is sending you this overwhelming, like not warning, but like alert, like do this thing. So I do feel like it's mostly you, or 50-50 you and him. I do feel like he could be coming through because the Four of Wands does indicate partnership. But yeah, it feels like your higher self more than anything because the High Priestess is here. What is this feeling? Why is she getting this feeling? Why is she getting this feeling? Okay, so I have the Nine of Cups. So Spirit, or your higher self and your spirit, is saying that you're very close to achieving your happiness. So maybe they're just trying to push you to the, to the other side to try to get this going. Why is she getting this feeling? Why is she getting this feeling? Let's see. Should she do this right now? I am getting a yes. The Messenger of Love, Page of Cups. So there could be something that your body just intrinsically knows. You could be tapped into a higher consciousness and awareness. You could be tapping into the Akashic records that you don't realize that you are, which is kind of giving you this like overwhelming feeling of what's to come or what could happen. So I almost feel like it's your higher self, but again, you could also be feeling his energy on you, and maybe you're only tapped into his energy or your energy, never both simultaneously. So with the Four of Wands, it could just be feeling very strong just because you're feeling both your higher self, maybe even spirit guides, and also his energy, just all kind of together, and that can generally feel very powerful. But like I said, I do feel like it's mostly you, but it's not your conscious energy. It's your higher self coming in, trying to get this ball going. Like I just keep here, get it moving, get it going kind of thing. So I personally, like when you asked that question, you were like, should I reach out to him? I personally, like at first I was like, my ego as a reader was saying like, no, don't do that. Because I kind of like my own ego says, let him do the work, but I asked the question and I let go of my ego and I say, what is my intuition telling me? and the cards say, yes, you should reach out to him. So clearly, my initial instinct in my ego was not correct, and I had to put aside my own personal bias and opinions to figure out what's really going on here. So I do feel like you probably should. You are connected to Akashic. Oh, you do. I think it's everything but overwhelming. I don't know how or what to say. You know what I mean? You could literally, like, people have done that to me before. They've been like, I don't really know why, but I'm getting this like strange feeling to reach out to you. I hope you're okay. I hope everything's okay. If things are going well, we should catch up sometime. Like, I don't know, something, but like maybe I don't know. I mean, I guess it just depends on like if he would understand that. Like maybe some people would think, oh, they're thinking of me, like they have this overwhelming urge to reach out to me. That's weird, but I don't feel like he's on that level with you. I think that he would appreciate you reaching out. So I've had someone reach out to me and say, hey, I had this dream about you and I just want to make sure you're okay. That's happened to me before. So like I think that that would be fine to say I've like had this feeling to reach out to you. I mean, if you want to get to the bottom of it, if you kind of want to just hit the nail on the head and go, let's get this, let's talk about it, I think that's definitely an option. And I trust what you feel more than I trust what I feel because you're the one inside of this. Well, if you didn't have a dream of him, then don't say you had a dream of him. I'm just giving an excuse or an example. Like I have had someone literally have a dream about me that felt negative and reached out to me and asked how I was how I was doing, because they just wanted to check up on me. It was just an excuse to communicate with me, but it was the truth. So I'm saying, like, don't say you had a dream if you didn't have a dream. So I think if you want to connect with him directly and like just put it all out there, then put it all out there. You know what I mean? But let's dig into the rest of your questions though. All right, I'd like to know his current feelings. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to say, we're going to ask question number 3 first, because that's kind of where we were, and then we'll dig into the other questions. How will he take it when she messages him? How will she take it when how will he take it when she messages him? How will he take it? Will he message back? Will he respond? Will he respond? See, what I'm getting, Terralyn, like, here's the thing. I don't want to infiltrate and dilute your intuition through the messages that I am getting, because I always tell people when I do readings for them, your intuition is what matters most. You do have to discern what is your ego telling you and what is your intuition telling you. But I am never going to override your own intuition. I'm never going to say, if you feel like doing this, don't do it, because I feel a tarot is important for us to use to figure out our own inner knowledge, okay? So when I say this, just keep this in mind, but you do what you're going to do about it. As far as the energy that I'm getting with what you intend to say to him, if you plan on just putting it out there and saying, let's call a spade, if you do that, he is going to be defensive. He is going to not know what to say. He is not going to know what to do. He is going to be unsure, uncertain. He might even feel like taken by surprise, and I'm getting that he may not respond. This is not necessarily the best approach for him, especially if you guys have not had many conversations in person, I am getting that like it's not going to go over incredibly well. So when I say this, maybe you can still do what you plan on doing, but be tactful in how you say it. Like, don't call it out, like I'm getting just be a little bit more gentle with your approach rather than like, because like when you say like I want to know how things are between us, like you're really directly going to him and saying define our relationship. And I feel like that can feel a little intimidating to someone, especially if you guys have not had a conversation in person. Yeah, tactful, like be careful how you approach the situation. So be sensitive, you know what I mean? Like be sensitive, be delicate, be diplomatic, maybe even be more subtle. That's what I mean by be tactful. So you are a very direct person, straight to the point, and I think that's great. I think that's amazing. And I personally am the same way. But my thing is that it could come off very harsh and very emasculating if you were to approach it in this way, because then he instantly is going to have his guard up and he's not going to know how to respond. And yeah, so that's basically the message, is like, if you're going to be direct, be subtle. If you're going to be direct, be perceptive of how it could maybe come across, especially Terilyn, especially if when you guys have been in each other's presence physically, like if you guys have been face to face or in the same room, but you have not actually had a conversation and you're going just off of body language and gestures, this is not the conversation to have over Messenger. You know what I mean? Like, just, this is typical, like, this is social interaction 101. You don't want to be off-putting by being direct, assuming, or you wouldn't be accusing, but he might feel like a little bit backed into a corner. And also, you wouldn't want this interaction with him to come across the wrong way. You wouldn't want it to be misconstrued or misunderstood, or you wouldn't want what he currently thinks of you to be overshadowed by this very direct, we'll say masculine approach by coming forward and being direct. I feel like, yeah, so I think speaking to him in person would probably be the best thing to do, Terilyn. If you're going to message him, it would have to be a lot more subtle than that. If you're going to go with the direct approach, I think it has to be in person. And that's just how I'm feeling with what I'm seeing here. Because if we go too hard in the paint over Messenger, and anything can be read or interpreted a different way. He can't hear your tone of voice. He can't hear or see your facial expressions. It can be taken so many different ways. You know that there's like a couple different reels and TikToks that are going around where, like, it's a girl and a guy having a text conversation, and she goes, "Hey, what do you want to do today?" Or, "Hey, what are you doing?" And the guy goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he responds to her, and he's like, "Nothing much, you?" And then she's like, "Oh, I just wanted to see if you wanted to hang out." And then he responds like, what would he respond? He would say, "Sure, okay." Something like that. And then the way that she reads his text is like, "Sure, okay." It's the way she's interpreting it. I'm explaining this, I'm butchering this completely, but because I don't have the exact verbiage. But basically, she says one thing, he says another, she says another thing, he says another thing, and he's reading it completely nice. Like, the stuff she's saying, she's actually getting more and more heated and more angry. He doesn't realize this, and he responding very basic, and she's getting more and more mad by his responses. But they're both not even mad at each other, really. It's just that they're misunderstanding what the other is trying to say. And I guess that's what I'm generally trying to convey here is that text messages can be misconstrued, misinterpreted, misunderstood. It could be read in a different tone than what you actually mean. And so I definitely feel like for this, I'll leave it at that. It should be in person. So that there just tells me just wait till I see him. So I think that's perfect. So we're going to conclude this reading and go with that answer. Hey, beautiful love. Sorry that you missed it, girl. I'm going to try to be back either tomorrow or tomorrow or Sunday. I've got a lot to do this weekend, so I really don't know what's going to happen, but I might just do like a sales stream where it goes all weekend and I just get your readings as quickly as I can. All right, so let's get his current feelings. Hey, babe, is the AC on?
I think so. Should be.
You didn't turn it off? Like having my own personal summer over here. But it's probably just hot flashes. What are we at?
67.
Oh, okay. What are his current feelings? Okay, Tara Lynn, that sounds good. What are his feelings? Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords in reverse and the Death card. So generally speaking, his energy right now, and in general, and then also towards you, is relinquishing fear, worry, anxiety. The Death card makes me feel like this isn't a temporary release. This is a permanent release. I think he's done stressing himself about this connection. He's thinking to himself, whatever will be, will be. I got the Wheel of Fortune trying to come out, so I feel like he's in a place of trying to just let go and let God. You know what I'm saying? He's not letting go of this with you, but I think that he's in a place of like, I can't stress over this anymore. I can't worry about this anymore. I'm tired of trying to figure things out without really having much information. And maybe that's what you're feeling with him, is you're feeling like the same way. You're thinking to yourself like, I kind of just want to get to the bottom of it, right? So you're like, I want to be direct. I want to communicate. I want to figure out what this is. Let's call it. Let's say what it is and figure it out from there. And he is definitely in a more submissive approach with that. He's not going to be as direct. I think he's more like whatever will be, will be. But I think that you guys both share the same sentiment of like, I don't want to keep thinking about this or stressing about this. I just want to understand what this is, communicate about it, and go from there. So his worrying, his anxiety, his sleepless nights or nightmares or dreams or whatever it is that's been going on, I would say he's moving out of the dream state, the Seven of Cups, the overthinking, the mentality of like the higher chakras, like the crown and the third eye, and he's moving more into body. He's moving more into the lower chakra energy, where he's saying, I'm not going to sit here and keep concerning myself with what's going on in my mind and what I'm getting in my conscious and unconscious awareness. I am moving now more into a more grounded energy. And I think that that's also important for you to know, because sometimes when we have a strong connection with someone, when we're working our way into a physical relationship versus just a mental relationship, we start letting go. We start letting go of the mentality. And so this could indicate possibly that you guys are moving more into a physical phase of your connection. Hey Glam, thanks for coming back. We are wrapping up Tara Lynn's readings right now. Well, sort of. She's doing a part 2, but that'll be after your reading. So I do feel like this is a kind of a permanent phase or permanent transition for him, because the death card coming after it is indicating to me that he is moving forward and he does not intend to go back into this energy. You have been having nightmares. He has the Lovers showing up, so this does talk about important relationships, important connections, soul contracts, high-level soul connections, soulmates. He's viewing you as something that is bigger than him or bigger than you. Your connection is bigger than the two of you together. There's something else or some other greater force that is bringing you guys into each other's experience. He is just thinking, I hope an opportunity presents itself. He's thinking, I hope something happens where we can talk about this. And I think that he's hoping that it happens quickly. It's been crazy, both of us combined, because I feel the same. He's been watching my stories like crazy today. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so next question is, how are the new moon planetary energies benefiting me? How is the new moon and planetary energies benefiting me? Very happy life, very happy family life, domestic bliss, financial security. I keep getting that financial security for you here. We have the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, an inflow of abundance. There's another message about important documents and contracts, girl. So you're bringing in some type of like new, what is this? New Spirit, what is she bringing in? What's this new energy? Oh my God. What is this new energy? What is this new energy she's bringing in? New energy. Oh, okay. So you're bringing in peace for yourself. What is this new energy she's bringing in? Rest, peace, relaxation. Be prepared that you'll be making plans for vacation soon. You're going to be figuring out where you want to go. Are you working on finances, Tara Lynn? There's like, okay, something regarding signing contracts and documents. You've gotten this twice now, and this can be like new house. This could be new job. This could be new loan or new credit card or a will, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of everything that I can possibly think of. Maybe get your affairs in order. Like if you don't have a will, maybe this would be a good time to start working on that. Not saying like anything bad's going to happen, but like it's always good to have a will in place. Okay, so if you know what that is, then there we go. All right, so We also have the King of Water. You also got this card before, building trustworthy relationships and connections. So I do feel like because we've already asked a similar question to this recently, it's like nothing's really changed for you here. But I'm going to pull a planet card really quickly and see what energy is influencing. All right, so we have, oh my God, chills. So I have Pluto, and I was literally about to say regeneration and transformation, and you type transition. So Pluto is influencing you right now. Now, I don't necessarily know if anything is happening in Pluto. I don't know that, but let's actually look it up. Pluto alignment 2023. All right, so we have, so Pluto is the planet that isn't like month to month, it's like years in a row. So it has moved out this year. It was in Capricorn for 15 years. And now it is moving into Aquarius, which is probably why they call this the Aquarian age of transformations and transitions. So the moon, no, the planet Pluto is affecting you currently. Yes, I do. Isn't like Pluto in Aquarius is like revolutions as well? Like people revolting. I feel like that's got to be like another thing, like an Aquarius thing, because Aquarius, even though Libra is justice, Aquarius is philanthropic, and it's all about the people and what the people want and progressive mindsets and thinking. So like restructuring. Exactly. So that is what I've got for you, Tara for now. I think you said you donated again, so let me just pull that up really quickly. And Glam, Eliana, if you're here, you can post your question. My North Node is Aquarius too. Yes, I was definitely Leo energy when I was younger. I think that's why I'm attracted to Leos as well, is because it's a energy that I'm very familiar with. But I do feel like I'm moving into definitely, I haven't fully moved in, but I feel like I'm getting pretty close to being fully at my North Node now at this point. I saw that you said, do I have the stuffies or sniffles? I do. I went out and walked around the neighborhood today and it tried to kill me, so. Never in my life did I have allergies. And then I hit 30. Age 30 was sometime during that year. I think it was the year I was about to be 31, if I'm not mistaken. And it hit me full force, and now it's like sticking with me. It's always, it just won't go away. Yeah, South Node in Leo. Eliana, I am shuffling for you, okay? South Node in Leo. When you have a North Node in Aquarius, you're a South Node Leo. Allergies since you were 17? No. I definitely count my blessings. I count myself lucky. I really thought that I was going to be able to go my whole life without having allergies, but that did not happen. And I do blame I blame COVID, because I'm pretty sure it was like right around the same. I know it was COVID. So it was 2020, like January 2020, where I started to get allergies, like sometime at the beginning of that year, kind of when it first hit. And I got so scared because I was thinking I had COVID, and I didn't. I just had allergies, but it was like the worst allergies of my life. What's coming towards glam for the rest of the month, please? What's coming towards glam for the rest of this month, May 2023? All right, so you're giving to yourself, you're loving yourself. Really love that. I feel like you're maybe gonna need to do just a little bit better well, let me clarify, because it's talking about doing a little bit better in your masculine energy. Do you feel like you've been procrastinating at all lately, or just got all these ideas but like haven't really like been able to really tackle things or follow through with things? It's like we need to give a little bit more energy to the things that we're taking action on. I think that you will, though, because I do have the Magician here, and this is all about harnessing your power, having the ability to do things. So maybe you've been feeling like a lack of motivation, but I'm hoping that that will change for you. Like I said, it does feel kind of minor. It doesn't feel like anything that's impacting your life on a day-to-day basis, but I do feel like it's on your mind. It's like in the back of your mind, and every once in a while it pops back in and you're like, oh yeah, I gotta do that thing. But it's like, even though it's not something that you're thinking about like every single second of the day, it definitely is something that is in your energy and around, and it is something that you continue to think about. So I do feel like spirit is saying like get back into that momentum. Oh, perfect. Okay. So then it's funny that you say that, because the very next card that I have is the Eight of Wands, which talks about taking action, interestingly enough. It says like hastiness, speed, progress, movement, exciting times. It also says maybe rushing to get things done, or feeling like you got to put all of your focus and energy towards something else. I see, Eliana, that you don't do well with idle hands, is a message that I'm getting. That no matter what it is that you're doing, you've got to be doing something. Like, basically, if you have a gap in your schedule, you go, okay, I can sit here and I could watch a TV show, or I can make money. I could watch a movie, or I could read a book that's going to help me get further in my personal development. I can listen to some music and do the dishes, or I can take a nap, and it's like, you're like, I feel like for you, it's like you have to be very productive. Idle hands you don't do well with them. Which is good. It's not a bad thing, but Spirit is kind of showing me like, give yourself a little bit of a break. And I know that this isn't like what's coming towards you, but maybe it's just advice or a message that you need to hear. Let's see. So that's so me. Also, currently just waiting for my vendor to send me. Oh, I see. So you got some things in motion, but it's not all up to you. It's not all in your control. That makes sense. So I'm getting like, get started on the things that you kind of have just been putting off, but work-life balance, Eliana. Work-life balance. The Hierophant here also talks about almost like getting back to basics. And let me get another clarification card here, because I'm like, this has to do with traditional values, traditional things, maybe spending time with family. Let's see. I almost get that spending time with your loved ones is a reset for you, for your energy, and it's important that you get back to that. Maybe that could be what's happening too for the rest of the month, is maybe just spending a little bit more time with your loved ones. So, Eliana, I'm not sure if you have children or nieces or nephews or siblings or your parents or whatever it is, but your friends that are near and dear to you. But I'm getting that I think you just need to keep in mind that these people in your life that you love, they're grounding you. It's almost like, when you have like very nervous energy, all you have to do is go outside and put your bare feet and bare hands on the ground and release that into the earth. It's like, it's not just I'm wasting time spending time with my loved ones. You are regrounding yourself. They are taking all the static out of your body and dissipating it. And it's important for your physical and mental health to spend time with people that you love, people that are not draining your energy, not causing you to create bad habits, but generally just people that make you feel back down to earth. Those are people that you need to spend time with. Funny, today when I was let go from my job, my 9-year-old nephew said, "Yay, now you can spend more time with me." Oh my God, that's so cute. Although, Eliana, I am sorry. I saw that you said you're no longer working at your day job, but when you worded it that way, I did not realize that this wasn't your choice. Someone said to me last night, rejection is redirection, and it's kind of a mantra I've been using since then, since last night, but it's been really important for me to hear that. So maybe that will help you. I am seeing a King of Cups in reverse here. So any new love interests, maybe just don't entertain that for the rest of the month. You've got other things to worry about. So like if you're currently talking to someone, that's fine, that's cool, but pay attention to red flags, basically, for any masculines that are coming in for you, is another message I'm getting. You were going to resign in August, and they did you a favor because you wanted to focus on your business. So do you feel like it was kind of like just like a divine intervention that kind of came in. I'm glad that you're not feeling disappointed or sad, because I will say I still have disdain for my job that I had before this, for what they did to me. I'm not gonna lie, like I've got to heal from that and move on, but like it still pisses me off. So I'm happy that you're not feeling that way. Ooh, a friend that's interested. Yeah, so I'm getting a message of like don't start anything new. There's not that many days left of the rest of the month. What do we have? Um 10, 11, like 12 days. So just kind of like maybe just delay that a little bit if it's something you're interested in. There's not much time left, but Spirit's kind of saying that's not where your focus needs to be. What an amazing sign to get, you know? Like, I mean, for real. I'm annoyed about the reasons they use in my and in your feelings about it, but just want to keep looking forward. Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. It was probably for something really incredibly lame. Feel free to share with me if you want. But something similar happened to me, and I probably told you guys a couple of times about that, but it's been a year and a half almost, and I'm still like, you motherfuckers. Like, it just gives me a bad taste in my mouth, because that job, while there were some things I wasn't crazy about, I really didn't ever see myself leaving that position. It was like a job that I had that I was like, I liked what I did. I liked that I wasn't micromanaged. I liked that they treated me like an adult. I liked that as long as I got my job done, they kind of just left me alone, and there was really nice people to work with. Pretty flexible. Like if I needed to call out or not come in, like no one was freaking out at me or making me feel bad. Like, I mean, there was a lot of perks. There was like weekly kind of like rewards, so to speak. But they overworked me. They made me work multiple departments. I like had almost like a tri-bid position, and they underpaid. And even still, I didn't see myself leaving anytime soon, because I really liked working there. And yeah, everything that they did, just up there at the end, I just have such a bad taste in my mouth from how they acted, and the lack of consideration, and just messed up. Oh my god, Luna's so crazy. I just burned a few bay leaves and my loved one wasn't burning. Oh my gosh. Spirit's like, let it burn another time. Not right now. Oh my god, same. I thought, although they tried to say I wasn't being efficient with my work, however, we were overworked and underpaid. Don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. You know what I mean? This is a blessing. They were blocking you from this. They were saying you're not getting where you're supposed to be quick enough, so we're going to give you a little tower moment. Maybe it was unexpected, but like you said, and this is shifting up your timeline a little quicker, but this is something you are already thinking about doing anyway. So, but don't take it personally. People, literally, these jobs will say whatever the fuck they want to say to make themselves feel better for what they're doing. Like, this has nothing to do with you. But it was supposedly friend throwing me under the bus. I could have done the same, but I let the universe handle it. Are you kidding me? Well, clearly that's not a friend. Not me stating the obvious, but like, what the fuck? You know? Yeah, I definitely feel you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be okay. It just surprises me a little bit how often this happens. I think that's what kind of shocks me a little bit, is that like how often this happens to people. It is mind-boggling and highly disappointing. Tara Lynn, are you in here? I gotta get off. I guess I can give it a few more minutes, but I gotta go. I got an early morning. So serious, and I always say I didn't trust her. Thank you, Luna. And after COVID, these places have seriously stopped caring about their employees even more. It's such a shame. You're welcome, Eliana. Thank you for hanging out, for donating, for your patience as well. I know that it took me a minute to get to you. So I do appreciate that as well. And I know everything's going to work out for you. Everything is going to be fine. What I love is that, at least this happened, and maybe it was like shitty timing, but you at least have like another plan. You already have something else in the works, and I couldn't ask more than that for you. I would hate for you to just be scrambling and wondering like what you're going to do, but like this is just pushing you closer to your goals. And that's kind of what happened to me, So I can relate, and I'm not trying to like redirect this back to me, but that's how I relate to things, is to let you know you're not alone. That I've been there, and I get it, and you're going to be okay. Have a great night, Eliana. Because he also said he would deny the unemployment. What an asshole. You're welcome. Damn. All right. Have a good night. So let's pull for Tara Lynn. How does Kelvin feel towards Michael and our connection? How does Michael feel about him? All right, so we're gonna divide this reading. I'm gonna do one side and then the other side and see. Okay, so Calvin is trying to work through this conflicting feeling that he has. I truthfully don't think he wants to be an asshole to Michael, but we know Kelvin's demeanor. We know how he naturally operates, and I think that he's gonna kind of wonder what this means for him. He's gonna take it personally. He's going to wonder what this means for the kids. He might try to make this a little complicated. I do have conflict here. It kind of fell out sideways, the position, so it does make me feel like either he's going to be complicated in a very subtle way, where it's almost like, what's your deal, bro? But he's like, nothing, I'm not doing anything. It might be really subtle, or if there is a very obvious conflict, he'll try to grow out of that. He'll try to get over it. He'll try to move on. But I think that you and I both know like how his demeanor can be, and he's still very ego based at this point. So I do feel like he's going to not be comfortable with it. This is something new. This is a change. He's not used to it. I'm kind of getting the impression, actually, Terrellyn, that you've not dated anybody else since Kelvin. Would this be kind of like the first person you're seriously like seeing, or you would be seriously seeing since Kelvin, is the question, because I think Kelvin is the one you said is your ex. Yeah, so it's almost like this is like a brand new situation that he's not really sure how to I guess process how this is going to affect him. He's very much thinking like me, what's this going to do for me? What's this going to do for me? How is it going to affect me? I don't think he hates Michael, to be honest. I think that he doesn't mind him as a person. He would rather Michael not be in a relationship with you personally, but like, let's just say you were out of the picture. I think person to person, I don't think he has a problem with Michael, but if Michael is affecting him and making an impact on his life in some way, it's going to be a problem for him. How does Michael feel about him? How does Michael feel towards him? So I'm getting he would much rather not deal with Kelvin. I feel like Michael will be the type of person that will fight for you, stand up for you, step in if he needs to, but he really doesn't want to have to deal with Kelvin in a very hands-on. He wants to be very hands-off when it comes to him. I don't think he necessarily likes the type of person that he is. I think I kind of picked up before in the past that Michael has a good read of character. He does feel like he's going to constantly have to defend his place, defend his position to Kelvin. Kelvin's going to come across very self-important, and Michael's going to do what he can to make Kelvin realize that he's not replacing him or he's not trying to take his place, but he does want to pursue you, but he doesn't want drama. He doesn't want fighting, arguing. Yeah, I feel you. Because I see here with the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Wands that he constantly has to defend himself, protect himself. He feels like he's constantly in the defense mode, or like having to fight. Maybe even like defend your honor as well. Like he feels like Kelvin is a bit of a challenge. My thing is that with Michael is it's like you would be worth it, but I think that if he could have his perfect world, he really wouldn't have to deal with Kelvin at all. Like he pretty much just wants to keep Kelvin at a distance from him. And if anything has to happen or anything needs to be talked about, he prefer it just is between you guys and he's left out of it. He feels like he would have to be a little bit on the defense with Kelvin as well. Yeah. He feels like he's immature. He feels Kelvin is immature. He really just wants nothing to do with him, to be honest. Like, yeah, that's like the extent of what I'm getting. Like, stay away. Yeah. I mean, I am not getting that Calvin is going to try to like win you back or anything crazy like that. But I do feel like he is going to question his place now in the family. He's going to look at Michael as the person trying to take over. And Michael's like, that's like the last thing I want to do. I don't want to replace you. I don't want to be you. I don't want to be near you. I want nothing to do with you. Like, I'm not in this to have a relationship with you. I'm in this to be with her, you know, and try to blend our families together. I think that he will be as diplomatic as he can. If it requires co-parenting, he will do what he needs to do because he is a mature person. But I think that if you could handle the situation with Kelvin just amongst the two of you, and he doesn't really have to be a part of it, that would be, I know it's not realistic, but that would be his perfect world. He just wants to move on, and he doesn't want Kelvin to interfere with your relationship. But he's done it though, always looked at me in front of him, and he even smiled at me while Kelvin was looking towards Michael's direction. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Michael's territorial, Michael's protective, Michael will go to bat for you, but he's also the type of person who doesn't really want to be a part of the mix of like the more annoying aspects that Kelvin has, you know? So this is why his mom is cautioning him. Yes, that might be why. Yep. He's really very mature. That's why I'm into him. Okay, so it seems that I answered that question for you sufficiently. So let's go ahead and move on to the second part of your BOGO. Unless you just want me to pull extra cards for this reading as your BOGO, I can do that too. Yeah, but also keep in mind that you can't control what Kelvin does, but you can ask your guides to communicate with Kelvin's guides. Kelvin's guides will do what they can if you ask for help to maybe make him receive you in a more kind way, a more tolerable situation. Maybe they could help influence his responses to be more diplomatic, more considerate. You know, they can't control what he does, but they might be able to influence how you guys interact with one another. Maybe just ask your guides for, you know, whenever you guys are coming into contact with one another, it's as nice as possible. You guys understand each other's intentions. There's no hostility. You know, what am I trying to say? There's like another word. You just want him to understand your intentions. Like, you can definitely ask and pray for like a good energetic influence over. There's also some crystals too. I think it's rhodonite specifically. I've got to look it up, but I think it's rhodonite that helps with thoughtful kind in communication. So it stimulates and activates the heart chakra. So it's always good to have on hand, especially if you feel like you need to communicate and have like a loving light like energy around you while you have a conversation, because it's more likely that it will be received in the right way. It's a grounding energy. So it might just be good to have on hand whenever you do have to interact with him. Yeah, you can ask. Yeah, of course. Your second BOGO can be anything. Okay, perfect. So, how will friends and family feel more connected to TP family? So, when you say how will friends and family feel more connected to TP family, are these? I just want to understand the question. Are these your friends and family? I think I just need to understand who we're referencing here. I'm so confused. So, how will friends and family feel more connected to TP family? Oh, okay. So, when you say friends and family, you're referencing your friends and family, and then you want to know how they will feel. Okay, it's making a little more sense. Okay, got you. I only ask because I do feel like you guys know what your intentions are when you ask a question, but I need to understand how to translate it. So to some extent, I do need to understand what I'm asking. Okay, let's see. Oh no, you're totally good. Oh, what other language do you speak? Okay, so first out, we have Two of Cups. This is a blessed union. Oh, wow. That's very cool. So is that your native language, like from basically both sides of your family? You learned it before English. That's right. Yes, you did tell me that. And so that's the language of New Mexico, right? Of the tribe, I believe, if I understand correctly. Gotcha. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So this is definitely a blessed union. I have the Two of Cups right straight out. Jemez Pueblo. Oh. Very cool. You're educating me. So, of the 19 tribes in New Mexico, they all are the people of Jemez Pueblo. All of those 19 tribes in New Mexico. You know what's actually kind of crazy, Terrellyn, is you come in here sometimes talking about this, and then I actually saw a post online of someone here in like the county that I live. He was talking about how he wants indigenous markings on his face to get tattooed, and he's having a hard time finding someone to tattoo his face and his neck. Many people won't do it. Some people won't because it's such a like sacred thing that they don't want to mess it up. So he's having a hard time finding someone to do it. And it's like I keep getting all these like indigenous or like Native American or you know what I mean, like just very ritualistic types of things that are popping up like around me. And I'm like, is this a sign or is this something that I need to look into? Oh, they're all different. Got you. Yeah, and I'm like trying not to ignore it, but it keeps popping up in my face. Yeah, I think I had touched on it with you a while back. I think that I told you that, by the way, I'm still shuffling for you. That it's suspected that on my biological father's side, that family has Native American history, heritage, blood. They're not exactly sure which ones, because we have to do more of like a, what is it? Like more study on it. But it's supposedly my great grandmother. It's either my great grandmother or my great great grandmother. I think it's my great grandmother. They believe that she had, because she's full Mexican, and they believe that she had Native American blood, like indigenous blood. And so I've always wondered for myself, like, is that in me somewhere? But it's hard to know exactly. I'm more of a native who's very open-minded, and she's already indigenous. Oh wait, hold on. It's to embrace. My mentor is also white, if you don't mind me saying that, and she also has many native guides that come to her. So we all have different guides, you know. Yeah, no, I totally. Oh my gosh, you just reminded me of something. Terrellyn, I'm sorry. I'm having this conversation with you. I will finish your reading, but you literally just reminded me of something. Yes. So here's how it goes. So my mom, like her whole side is like German and Irish and everything like that. My mom was like full white. She's like natural redhead, like everything. Okay. But my dad's side, he is half Puerto Rican. Well, I think he's 3/4 Puerto Rican actually. And then like a quarter Mexican. My grandma is half and half. So she's half Puerto Rican, half Mexican. Her dad was Puerto Rican and her mom was Mexican. Her mom was full Mexican. And then my grandpa is full Puerto Rican. Like he immigrated from Puerto Rico to America. So my biological father, my dad, he is first gen for his dad's side, first generation American. So I'm like half and half. I would say I'm mostly Puerto Rican blood because my dad is mostly Puerto Rican because three of his or out of his 2 grandparents, 3/4 of them are Puerto Rican and the Mexican. Anyway, so very Spanish. Like Spanish is their first language. They speak English very well because they've been in America for a long time. But just full out Puerto Rican and Mexican over there. But you actually just reminded me of something, because when you said my mentor is also white, if you don't mind me saying that, and she also has many Native guides that come to her, that completely reminded me. So I don't have clairaudience abilities. Like if I say I hear something, it's because they're showing me cognizantly a word or a sound or something like that, but I don't have audible sound. Like it's not like if someone's sitting next to me and talking to me in my ear, if that makes sense. That's probably my weakest clair ability. But when I had found out about this, and I've always been very drawn as well to like indigenous people, tribes, things like that. I've always been very, very drawn to. Like if we watch like a Western, I've always been drawn to like more the spiritual, realistic side, right? You can hear, feel, and see. I would say I know more than anything, but it did start with feeling and knowing. Clairvoyance comes in dreams, and clairaudience is like my weakest one, I would say, but I do get ringing in my ear all the time. So when I tell you that this was crazy experience and I still remember it, and like you reminded me of it, is one night before bed I said, I just learned about like my heritage. I'm learning more about what I can find out. Please, if you're a spirit guide of mine, come to me. I want to connect to you further. I didn't know who it was going to be. I didn't know like what they were going to sound like. I didn't know anything. And in my dream, my dream felt like I was awake. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It felt like I was awake. And then when I woke up, I was like, oh wait, I was asleep. And I couldn't see them. I couldn't see him, but maybe like getting impressions, like visual impressions. But I'm pretty sure it was my guide. And he had a very heavy, he spoke English, but he had a very heavy accent, how you would expect like Native American people to talk. Or, yeah. So he says to me, this is how it's going to sound when I come to you. This is how it's going to sound when I talk to you. And it literally sounded like he was in my ear talking to me, like right next to me. And it almost sounded like interference, like he was talking to me over a radio. And I kept getting impressions of what he looked like. And he looked like a chief. I'm not even kidding you. And he kept saying to me, you wanted to know, you wanted me to talk to you, I will talk to you like this. This is what it's going to sound like when I talk to you. This is how I'm going to come to you. And telling me things, and like a lot of the stuff that he said I don't remember, or I didn't remember when I woke up. But it always made me wonder if like at some point my clairaudience is going to come in, and he is going to come to me. And I basically know that I have a very, very like what feels like ancient masculine spirit guide that's going to come to me and talk to me in that way. And you actually just reminded me of that. Like I had completely forgot that dream, but it happened since I lived in this house. So it happened within the last year. That's what my mentor is. They came to her in her dreams. That's how all my stuff comes to me. I actually have a pretty strong connection to my spirit baby as well. So I knew that my sister was pregnant when she was pregnant with my nephew, but she hadn't told me yet. And I told her I had a dream that she's pregnant. And she came to me later and told me that in fact, when I told her that she was. So that kind of started a lot of this. But then I had a dream, which I've probably said on here a couple of times, that when I first met my now fiance, when we first started dating, I had a dream of our baby. and she came to me, told me what her name is, and then she told me what her nickname is that me and Brennan call her, and what she looked like. She was about like 7 or something, like 7, 8 in my dream, and him and I will be celebrating our 8th year of being together on our wedding, around our wedding. So I think that that time frame has something to do with it as well, her saying she's coming close at the age of 7 or 8. So thank you for telling me about your mentor, because you kind of just reminded me of that dream that I had. But my dreams are very vivid, like very vivid. So I feel like it's important, that I think it is needed. I think, thank you for talking to me. I think that I need to do a little bit more digging into that, because I keep getting called to and then I keep ignoring it. So you've been seeing a spirit baby? You said you're freaking out. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I didn't tell you is that while I was shuffling, not only did the 2 of Cups come out for your question, but the Sun came out, the Lovers came out, and the 10 of Cups have come out. So just FYI, this is an incredibly blessed union. You have a lot of people that are happy for you. The Lovers did at first try to come out in reverse, and then it flipped and adjusted itself. So what I want you to know is that there could be some people jealous of your union, okay? But I think overall, and I don't think these are family, I think this is friends, or this is someone who kind of has her eye on Michael or his eye on you or something like that. There's a little bit of jealousy. It felt like more feminine jealousy. I don't think it's going to affect the connection whatsoever. But I just wanted you to know that that's the impression that I got when I pulled that card. So not only is it the 2 of Cups, the Sun, and the Lovers, as I'm talking to you, we're pulling the 10 of Cups. So, all in all, this person or these people are very happy for you. They give you their blessing. They want you to get married. They want you to be together. They support it. I mean, all of those kinds of excitements. I think honestly they would prefer for you guys, because I'm seeing like relationship stage to engagement stage to marriage is what I'm getting here. And so they're saying full send, like I ship this couple. Like I want them to be together. And I think a lot of people are kind of thinking to themselves too, like it's about damn time, because I think that it's like almost like people kind of know too that this is kind of a thing, and that you guys kind of have these feelings for one another, and it's, you know, hush hush and kind of talked about under the breath. But it's almost just like people are just like, okay, finally, like finally something is happening. I think that friends and family are also, oh, that's so sweet. I think friends and family are also trying to assist you guys under the table. Like they're trying to help and assist in your union. So they may be having side conversations with you and or him in regards to this, trying to find ways to get you guys in the same area, the same place. 3 of Pentacles is indicating that it's like teamwork, like let's work together to make this thing happen. They see you kind of alone, like single mother, but you do well, the Queen of Pentacles, but they just want you to find your match. They feel like you'll make each other's life easier. How will they feel? How will they feel? And they're saying that this is good news. They're saying this is what we like to hear. This is what we want. This is what I think it's a good idea. You'll get a lot of support and enthusiasm. Like cheersing, applauding is kind of what I'm getting. And I don't necessarily know if people are going to be like clapping for you guys. Maybe if you guys get married, but it's almost just like the sentiment of just being very excited and very happy. Also, I see 222 on the screen. I had a feeling people knew, but I'm bothered by it because this is what I would love to have. That people knew what? Did I ever tell you about that dream, hon, that I had? About the Native American chief that came to me and was talking to me in my dream?
Yeah, I think so.
It was crazy, and I forgot about it. Like, I legit completely forgot about it until tonight.
Yeah.
And she just reminded me of it. She said that she has, I think she said it's her friend or a mentor. She has a mentor that doesn't have like any kind of indigenous blood at all, but that she has Native guides that come to her still. And then I wonder what that connection is. I wonder if it's like past lives or somewhere down in the bloodline there is something. I'm just curious what that connection would be.
Yeah.
That they do know that we have feelings towards each other, that they know we have feeling. Yeah. Your other mentor does also. Yeah, I've just been very drawn to the aesthetic. Like when I watched, it's like any movie I watch, like let's just say Twilight, you know, like I was always very drawn to that aspect, you know, and everyone's like very drawn to the vampire part of it. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but like, can we talk about this? You know, for me, it's just always been very beautiful and I've just been really drawn to it, but there's ever been an explanation as to why. I still don't feel like there's an explanation as to why. But I loved the things I have seen or I have learned. But yeah, I mean, if they know that you guys have feelings towards each other, like it's like maybe that bothers you because you don't want them to know, but I feel like they're going to say it was kind of obvious. It was kind of hard to ignore or not see. I know many people that do, which I love my friend. She gives such a past life Native American vibe. Wow. That's what I loved about it too. Seems past life, the soul and the roots. That's very cool. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
My first girlfriend was Native American.
Brennan said his first girlfriend was Native American. Do you know what tribe or anything?
No, her dad was a chief and stuff.
Oh, his first girlfriend's dad was a chief.
He came and taught us a rain dance.
He came in and taught a rain dance?
Yeah.
I always thought that was like, I didn't know that was like really a thing.
Yeah.
So Brennan likes the ethnic girls. His second girlfriend was Czech Republic, and then he dated an Italian girl before me, Puerto Rican. He's gotten all the flavors. That's what I loved about it too. Soul and Roots fun, and you're indigenous too. I am. So yeah. But I told him, I was like, look at what got it to stick. That Puerto Rican flavor. I think it's the Puerto Rican booty that got him, honestly. He's over here nodding. He's saying yes.
sinker.
He said hook, line, and sinker. That Puerto Rican booty. He's not going anywhere. But yeah, it's all beautiful. It really is. But Terralyn, anytime you want to share anything, I'm sure a lot of it's very personal and private. You guys do your thing and I respect it. But if ever you want to share anything with me, I would love to hear. Because it's interesting to me to learn about, to know about. You have corn dances and buffalo dances too? So is the rain dance, is that like Terralyn said too damn cute about the Puerto Rican booty. Is the rain dance to like help nourish the ground with water? Like with rain?
I can't remember. I was in elementary school.
Oh, you were in elementary school?
Yeah.
Oh. So the corn dances, is that to help harvest? For the crops, yes. Okay, that makes sense. That's the word I was trying to say. I said harvest and I meant to say crops. That's the word I was looking for. I just love how rooted it all is in Mother Earth, like being of the land. That I think is beautiful. Abundance and bringing in blessings. She her first language is, I don't know, I'm probably like really messing up the pronunciation, but it's called Tawa or Tawa, something like that. And this is her first language. And it's only spoken in one tribe.
Oh, damn.
And it's in New Mexico. The people of Jemez, Pueblo of Jemez, if I'm saying that correctly. One tribe. So she has, he said that's pretty tight. She has, and she said it was her first language too. So she learned English after. She's very connected to her culture. And she said she thinks she might get married in a teepee.
That's awesome.
Yeah. To bless the earth when we pray, it's for the whole and always for the elements, sun, moon, and all of that. That's very sweet. I actually, Terralyn, plan on I have a script that I want to use for mine and Brennan's wedding, but it does have to do with bringing in all of the elements. So we're getting married near a lake. So we have the water and then we have the earth, obviously, because there's like mountains and we're on the planet. So there's earth. And then air because we're outside. And then we were thinking for fire, they have a bonfire in front of where we can get married, but we think that might be a little dangerous. So we were thinking of doing some type of unity candle, but that way we can add all of the elements into our ceremony and call in the guides of all directions. And just kind of make the script kind of feel personal to us. Thank you. But it was nice talking to you, Terralyn. I won't hold you up much longer. But thank you for your donations and your patience and everything with me and for the conversation. It was nice talking to you. Terralyn, you have to tell me about what the significance of that would be. Do you know how we can incorporate that? That sounds perfect. Yep, absolutely. All right, have a good night. Anybody else that's hanging out in here, I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. Be on the lookout for something from me this weekend. If at a minimum, it's just a advertisement. But I should be back with either that or an actual live stream either tomorrow or Sunday. Adios.